Okay, welcome back to the channel. So it's going to be, longer than a short video. Here we have Daisy again is up here. So we're going to I'll give you a little update on the West Virginia move. It looks like we decided that we're going to hold off until the spring of next year, 2027. We're kind of under a time crunch right now where we still haven't found the property. Well, actually, we found the property, but we're not having very much luck with any of these West Virginia real estate agents. They're basically sending me the same information that I've seen, online. I'm looking for very specific information on, some of the properties, and they're just not really being helpful down there. So, the agent that we talked to up here that's going to sell our house is a Century 21 agent, and she's going to contact the agency down there to see if we can get an agent involved down there. We're just getting we're getting to the point where we're looking at a close date of October. Let me put her down for a minute. Get down, Daisy. October, and it's really going to be too much. We're having to start some work tomorrow on the house, on the foundation, which would not pass a home inspection if we didn't get it done. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. We'll go down to the basement and I'll show you the work that's going to be going on down there. It's about, the estimate they gave us is about $25,000. So it's quite an extensive amount of work that has to go on in the foundation. They are starting that tomorrow on a Monday. I don't know what date it is, the 13th or 14th, somewhere around there. But it's something that we have to have done before we can even think about putting the house on the market. We put it off for quite a long time. When we first bought the house 20 years ago, the contractor went down there and installed these 6x6 posts. They were fine for the time being. I think they were more or less a temporary thing, but now some of those things have started to lean. They've started to shift, and it needs to be replaced. So we'll get out in a minute, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But back to the move. Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense for us right now to try to rush to try to find a piece of property, because even if we found one today and we made an offer, we're probably looking at a closing date sometime around mid-October. And then we've only got a couple of weeks before it's going to start getting cold out, and we've had snow up here on Halloween, so it's just getting to be too much right now. We have so much stuff that we have to get rid of in this house after living here 27 years. I'm 20 years and being married 47 years, that it's overwhelming, let's put it this way, to try to get rid of this stuff in the next couple months. We made some big progress. We had a container out back that was filled with stuff from when I used to buy storage lockers. We had 1-800-JUNK come and get rid of that. All that stuff is about $3,600. We do have the new truck, to make the trip down there, and when I get a 20-foot by 8.5-foot trailer. So we're going to hold off on that trailer. I don't need that until we actually move, until we buy a place. So it's just doesn't really make much sense to try to, do this before October, because once the end of October rolls around, then we're getting into November for holidays and Christmas and New Year's, and it just doesn't make any sense. And I think our house stands a better chance of being sold fairly quickly if we start in February, maybe March, to put this on the market. And the real estate agent that I talked to, kind of agrees with this. So up here in Massachusetts, you have to do what they call Title V on the septic system. And we just had that inspection done, and we passed that inspection. So that certificate that we have now to sell is good for 2 years. So that's one thing that's out of the way. The plan was to buy a new place, vacate this place, and then hire some painters. But now you're looking at $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for painters to come in and paint this place. So if we do it this way, we can empty out a room at a time. We can paint it and just move on to the next room, and hopefully have this thing painted by the first of the year. That we don't have to hire painters. So hopefully in the end, all we're going to have to do is hire a cleaning crew to come in and clean the house the day we leave, and we'll turn the keys over to the real estate agent. So they can, because we're not going to put this on the market until we've actually bought another place and moved out. It's too difficult trying to sell a piece of property when you have animals. One, you'd have to get rid of all the clutter in the house. You've got to vacate the house, while they have an open house all day. And what am I going to really do with 4 dogs all day long when they have an open house? So it just make more sense to wait a few months, again, to clear a lot of stuff out of this house. So let's take a walk down the basement, and I'll show you the amount of work that's going to be going on for the next, I think they said it's going to be a week and a half to 2 weeks before they finish. And we'll take a walk down there, and I'll show you what's going on down there. Okay, so you can see, let me turn this up a little bit if I can. You can see the beams that were put down here. Now remember, this is an 1850 house, so it's not going to be, you know, perfect. But these are the 6x6 beams that they put in here when we first moved in. You can see the damage up there. It's being done on the main beams by powder post beetles. They're going to encapsulate some of these beams. Like this beam here, they're going to replace. And they're going to be putting 11 lolly columns down here, meaning they have to dig down about, I think he said they're going to dig down 2 feet, and they're going to do 2x2 cement pads, and they're going to put 11 lolly columns down here. So they're going to start that tomorrow. You know, some of this stuff like this rotted wood that's up here, they're going to take that out. All these 6x6s are all coming out, and they're going to put some better stuff in here. So they did test some of these beams. The damage is not all the way through them, so they're going to like pull this stuff out right here, and they're going to encapsulate these beams. And I think 2x8s is what he's talking about. They're also going to take mortar, and they're going to seal out any opening that's along the foundation. So you can see the foundation. Some of it is rock, but most of it is those big granite slabs. So that's all going to go. Again, here's some more rocks. And this is what happens when you get a house that's, you know, 150 plus years old. So they'll be down here. We have water down here, and the water is actually coming in from these holes you see underneath the foundation. I don't know what's digging underneath there. There's some kind of animal, whether it's a raccoon or squirrels or whatever, have been digging under here, and you can see it's kind of wet right there. But again, you know, if you look way back there, that's one of the original things we bought the house. There's a beam, there's a piece like a 2x4 that's sitting on a cinder block, which basically does nothing. So, and you can see some of these are leaning. There's one way in the back over there that you can see is leaning. I mean, it served its purpose at the time for what we needed to have done, but now it's time to upgrade all this. And yeah, I think we're going to have to get rid of some of this water that's down here. Hopefully they'll get rid of all that, get rid of that debris over here, and we'll make this so it's a sellable piece of property. Because like this, the home inspector would hit this right away, and people are not going to want to buy this house when they see these 6x6s everywhere. They need the lolly columns that are metal posts filled with concrete with a 2-foot by 2-foot concrete pad underneath. I forget how much they said they're going to dig down. I think they said they're going to dig down 2 feet and then pour the 2x2 foot concrete pad. So that's the amount of work that has to be done down here. So we did get a new, like this is the new addition over here. This addition was put in I think 2004, 2005, before, like a couple years before we bought it. We just added a new oil tank. That was another $4,500 to get that installed and get the other one out of here. But again, that's all going to be cleaned up. We've got to encase like the ground here. They're going to put plastic all in the ground and clean up that area in there where the furnace is and the well pump, water heater, and everything like that. Okay, so yeah, you can see the amount of work that's going on. I actually have only taken the bikes out once, and I took the Springer out, I don't know, maybe a month ago. I haven't even taken the 81 out yet since I finished it. I just did a quick run up and down the road, make sure it shifted and everything. So it looks like I'm going to be actually doing the Sportster this winter. I'll probably have enough time to finish this. It's not a big, extensive work that's going on in this, but it's going to be something that I have to get done before the move. Well, I don't have to get it done before the move, but I want to get it done now that it looks like we're going to be here through the winter. So I'm going to do some probably some short daily videos on the work that's going down underneath. So if you want to know how lolly columns are installed or any kind of foundation work, I'll be doing some. I don't know if I'm going to do short videos or if I'll do maybe, a long 5-minute video, but I will be doing some kind of recording of that, just for our future reference, and maybe to put on YouTube. So anyway, that's the end. That's the gist of what's going on. It looks like I've already contacted our real estate agent and talked to her. I haven't contacted any of the mortgage companies that we're going to go through yet to let them know that we're going to hold off until the spring. But we just have so much work to do here that it's just not going to be possible to do it in a couple months. So anyway, that's where it is. I did order a cap for the truck yesterday. That's going to take 2 months to come in anyway, and I need that cap on to transport the birds down there with in the cages, because that's how we're transporting the geese, and the chickens is in the back of that truck with a cap on it. So I wouldn't have the cap for 2 months anyway. That's how long it takes to get these caps in. So we're in middle of July? We're in the middle of September before I get the cap. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.